Most leadership teams commit to an infrastructure stack and simply pray it survives the reality of scale. They lock into Kafka, Solana, or Claude without ever seeing the objective trade-offs side by side. In the pharmaceutical industry, an architectural guess is a multi-million-dollar liability. One misaligned choice in your data layer or intelligence engine doesn't just create a technical debt. It creates a compliance breach that can halt an entire supply chain. This is not about choosing the coolest technology. This is about choosing the infrastructure that protects your margin as you scale from 5 pilot branches to 500 enterprise locations. Welcome to Buduka System Stack. This is our proprietary framework for evaluating the viability of autonomous systems. 7 layers of critical infrastructure, 8 weighted dimensions of enterprise readiness, real-world cost data for decision makers, high conviction recommendation based on raw production data. I'm Darlington Gospel, AI, blockchain, and automation infrastructure architect. I design the systems that allow businesses to operate with absolute autonomy and institutional trust. This is the Beyond the Blockchain series. When you are deploying capital into autonomous systems, you cannot afford generic stacks. If a system is too slow, your operation stalls. If it lacks legal compliance reasoning, your regulatory standing collapses. This video breakdown will serve as an instrument for de-risking investment into your autonomous business operating system. We evaluate every active stack against 3 live alternatives in real time. For today's analysis, we have scaled the data for a 5-branch pilot in a pharmaceutical retail chain. This ensures the entry cost is moderate while proving the system can handle the dynamic load of a modern pharma chain. Here is the architectural truth. Here's the overview of the system. We analyze the system through 7 precise layers that governs an autonomous enterprise. Layer 1 is data and ingestion. This is the bedrock of your audit trail. Layer 2 is AI and intelligence. This is the cognitive engine driving your inventory decisions. Layer 3 is blockchain and trust. This is the immutable ledger of every transaction that happens in the system. Layer 4 is automation fabric. This is the durable execution of your business logic. Layer 5 is interface and UX. This is the real-time coordination hub for your stakeholders. Layer 6 is infrastructure and observability. This is the guardian of your system's uptime and health. Layer 7 is payment and finance. This is the boundary where digital logic becomes real-world capital. Our system calculates composite score for each layer, ensuring every dollar spent is on investment in long-term viability. Now let me show you what this pharmaceutical retail chain is composed of. Layer 1, data and ingestion. This is what we also call the audit trail. The foundation of this pharma chain is Kafka plus Postgres. It carries a strategic composite score of 85%. Our system shows a baseline monthly cost of $580, but for our 5-branch pilot, the infrastructure cost is a lean $240 per month. Compare this to Redis at $140 per month or AWS Kinesis at $280 per month. While Redis is cheaper, its scalability score of 75% creates a future bottleneck. Kafka delivers a 95% in scalability and a 92% in ecosystem maturity. For a business leader, paying an extra $100 per month for 20 points of scaling insurance is a mandatory move. We are building with a vision for 500 plus branches, not just the 5 pilot ones. Layer 2, AI and intelligence. This is also called the decision brain. Our inventory agents run on Claude 3.5 Sonate, and it has a composite score of 82%. Our system shows a baseline monthly cost of $2,200 per month. But for our 5-branch pilot, the scaling cost is $1,900 per month. We compare this with GPT-4o, which is a strong competitor but carries a 14% higher unit cost. We also looked at GPT-4 mini, which would drop cost to just pennies. But as a business owner, you cannot trade compliance reasoning for a cheap token. Claude Sonate leads the market in handling complex regulatory documents and long context reasoning. In Pharma, one hallucination in an inventory decision is more expensive than any monthly API bills. Layer 3, blockchain and trust, which is also called the settlement layer. This trust layer is powered by Solana using the Anchor framework with a composite score of 78%. Our system shows a baseline monthly cost of $180 per month, but for our 5-branch pilot, your cost is only $105 per month. Polygon actually scores higher on ecosystem, but Solana dominates in raw performance with a score of 95%. Look at the alternative, Ethereum mainnet, at $5,600 a month for just 5 branches. Ethereum would incinerate your return on investment on transaction fees alone. We utilize Solana to ensure that microtransactions remain sub-penny, keeping your margins intact while maintaining an immutable record. Layer 4 is automation fabrics, which is also known as the workflow guarantee. For workflow execution, we have selected Tempora.io with a composite score of 84%. It holds a near perfect 98% in reliability. Our system shows a baseline monthly cost of $480 per month, but for our 5-branch pilot, your cost is just $240 per month. You might be tempted by Celery at $115 per month, but Celery only scores a 76% in reliability. In a pharmaceutical supply chain, a lost task means a lost shipment of life-saving medicine. We do not accept workflow risk to save $100. Tempora guarantees that every business process finishes exactly once, no matter what. Layer 5 sits the interface and UX, which is also known as the Stakeholder Hub. The interface is built on Nest.js 16 plus a Socket.io hub with a composite score of 86%. Our system shows the baseline monthly cost of $420 per month, but for our 5-branch pilot, the cost is only $200 per month. This layer manages the real-time coordination between trade, procurement, and escalation teams. We choose this over Remix or Nox because of its 92% reliability score in enterprise environments. A decision maker needs a dashboard that doesn't just look good but stays live during high traffic surge. Layer 6, infrastructure and observability. This is what we call the profit protection. We use a custom stack of Langsmith, Prometheus, and Grafana with a composite score of 83%. Our system shows the baseline monthly cost of $920 per month, but for our 5-branch pilot, the cost is $180 per month. This is where we protect your bottom line from the observability tax. A standard enterprise tool like Datadog would cost over $1,050 for this same 5-branch pilot. By architecting our own observability stack, we get 100% visibility into AI agent and system health for half the overhead. This is how we maintain institutional-grade monitoring while remaining capital efficient. Lastly, Layer 7, which is payment and finance. We also call this the capital boundary. The final boundary is USDC on-chain plus SEPA wires. It has a composite score of 85%. Our system shows the baseline monthly cost of $680 per month, but for our 5-branch pilot, the cost is only $380 per month. We have separated payment execution from core contracts to ensure absolute auditability. SECO provides the most direct institutional path for moving fiat into digital assets. While a wire-only system is cheaper, it scores a 46% because it cannot automate settlement. We choose SECO to ensure your capital moves at the same speed as your data. The Buduka system stack is more than a technical comparison. It is an insurance policy for your business model. In 2026, tech leaders do not choose stack based on developer preferences only. We choose them based on unit economics, compliance reasoning, and scalability. This is how you build a system that investors trust and industries rely on. No more guesswork, just data. If you are an investor or a business owner looking to modernize your industry, let's talk. The consulting booking link is in the description section for a strategic evaluation of your current or future stack. Subscribe for more infrastructure level analysis on this channel. Follow me on LinkedIn and on X for daily insight into the systems that are redesigning the global economy. Drop your industry in the comment section. Tell me about your bottleneck. I will design the autonomous system to solve it in a future episode. Till then, have a great one.